Yo, in today's video, we're going to be running through some of the best loadouts to use right now on Rebirth Island. I post videos like this all the time, updating you guys with the best loadouts. So if you want to stay up to date, make sure to hit that sub button and leave a like on this video. I'd really appreciate it. We're on the road to 80k, and whenever we do hit 80k, we're going to be doing a 5,000 core point giveaway. To enter, just subscribe and comment below saying you want to enter. If you want to see gameplay of any of these weapons, I do stream on Twitch every single weekday, so come by the stream one day maybe. Link is in the description. I play with followers every single stream. Okay, so without further ado, the first one on this list is going to be the XM4, one of my favorite assault rifles in the game. This thing is a absolute laser beam. Let's get into the class. So the first attachment is going to be the muzzle, which is the agency suppressor. This is going to increase the recoil control and also the range, which is obviously a must-have. It is a long-range assault rifle, so you want that range and you want it to be nice and accurate as well. And that is also why we're going to be using the Task Force barrel. This is going to increase the bullet velocity, the recoil control, the damage range, and also the vertical recoil control as well. So it's going to make this super accurate, and it also increases the range and bullet velocity, which is literally just what you need on an assault rifle. Next up, for the underbarrel, we're going to be going for the field agent grip, increasing the recoil control once again. If you want, you could use the SFOD speed grip. This is going to increase the accuracy by a little bit less than the field agent would, but it also increases the movement speed as well. So if you want a little bit of a faster weapon, you could use this. I do use it sometimes, but most of the time I use this just to control the recoil. Then we're going to be going for the 60 round magazine, pretty standard, and then the optic is going to be the Axle 3x scope. That is the full loadout. Let's get straight on to the next class. Gun, which is probably my favorite SMG in the game right now. This thing is honestly crazy good. The time to kill is ridiculously fast. You can kill people very quickly. Let's get into the class. So the first attachment you want to use is the muzzle, which is going to be the recoil booster, increasing the fire rate. And then you want to also use the rapid barrel, which also increases the fire rate. The rapid barrel does make this weapon have quite a lot of recoil, so you're going to want to go ahead and put on the hand stop for the recoil control, and then for the perk 1, you also want to use brace, which is also going to increase the recoil control. For the magazine as well, you want the Grau 72 drum. This is once again going to increase the accuracy, and it's also going to increase the fire rate as well. Ammo type is going to be hollow point for the limb damage, or if you want, you could put lengthened on to give it increased bullet velocity. It's up to you. It doesn't really matter which one you use. They're both pretty much the same, but it's up to you. I personally use the hollow point if I'm playing Rebirth, and then if I'm playing like a bigger map like Caldera, I'll probably use lengthened instead. Rear grip is going to be the fabric grip, which increases the mobility statistics. So it's going to increase the ADS, the sprint to fire speed, all that good stuff. And then for the optic, we're going to be going for the Model 47 optic. You can use whatever optic you want. It's just personal preference. This is my favorite optic for the Owen gun, but you can use whatever you want. And then for the stock, we're going to be going for the removed stock, which increases the mobility. Again, the movement speed, the ADS speed, all of that good stuff. And that right there is the full class. Oh yeah, perk 2, I almost forgot. You're going to want to have quick on. So yeah, that is the full loadout. Let's get into the next one. So another SMG, it is the MP40. You probably saw this one coming because let's be real, everyone is running this right now, especially on Rebirth. So the first attachment, once again, is going to be the recoil booster, increasing the fire rate. And then for the barrel, you want to put the short barrel on. The short barrel is really what changes this weapon from like a 7 out of 10 to a 10 out of 10. The short barrel is crazy good attachment. It increases the time to kill very nicely, increasing the damage range and the limb damage. For the underbarrel, you want to put on the skeletal skeletal underbarrel, sorry, and this increases the ADS speed. For the magazine, the Grau 45 round mag, increasing the mobility, movement speed, recoil control, ADS, fire rate. You know, it increases quite a lot. So stick that on with hollow point, or you can use lengthened, like I said, on the Owen gun. For the optic, it's whatever you want, but my favorite is this final one here. And then for the stock, you want the folding stock on, increasing the movement speed and the sprint to fire speed. Rear grip is going to be that fabric grip again, or if you want some recoil control instead, you could put stippled grip tape on. I do like to use stippled grip tape sometimes. Or you could use a fabric grip for the mobility. So fabric for the mobility, or for accuracy, you can have stippled grip. Perk 1 is going to be Perfectionist. On to the next one, which is the final attachment, which is going to be Quick. But yeah, full loadout is here. Let's get on to the next class. Alright, for the next loadout, we have the Grau 556. I honestly love this weapon. It is so good. It's been good for absolutely ages, and I just really like it. It's such an easy weapon to use. It feels amazing. Let's get into the class. So on this weapon, the first attachment you want is the monolithic suppressor, which is going to increase the damage range and the sound suppression. Then for the barrel, you want to use Archangel, which is going to increase the recoil control and the range. Tac laser for the ADS time and the aiming stability, making you a bit more accurate. And then commando foregrip for the recoil control and 60 round magazine. That is the full loadout. You all probably know it already. Yeah, one change you could make is replacing the tac laser with a 3x optic if you want to make it more accurate, but honestly there's no point because the iron sights are just so clean. But I do see a lot of people using a 3x optic instead, so it's personal preference really. It's up to you. Play around and see what you guys like. The next loadout is going to be the AK-47. This is an insane assault rifle. Everyone is using this right now. I swear, literally everyone is using it. It is really good. It hits very hard, and it's just really good. It does have a little bit of recoil, I'm not going to lie to you guys, but it is very powerful. Let's get into the class. So the first attachment is going to be the muzzle, which is the Grau suppressor, increasing the range and the recoil control, and then the RPG barrel, which is going to increase the recoil control and range again. And then for the optic, you want the 3x. Magazine is the 45. Make sure to use the 45. I see a lot of people using the 60, but if you use the 60 on the AK-47, the ADS is tremendous. Well, hideous, that's the right word. It is awful. Do not use the 60 round mag. The ADS is really slow. So if you use the 45 round mag, it's going to be plenty of bullets, and you're going to have a pretty decent ADS. So just use the 45, trust me on that one. For the underbarrel, it's the Spetness grip, which is going to increase the recoil control. The next weapon is going to be the OTS, which is just such a good SMG. This thing has been amazing for a really long time, and honestly, I don't really think they're going to nerf it anytime soon because it's been around for such a long time. It's been meta for ages. Let's get into the class. The first attachment is going to be the Grau suppressor, increasing the range and the recoil control. Then the Task Force barrel, increasing the range again. But the most important thing that this changes is the strafe speed. So basically, strafe speed is going to allow you to be faster whenever you're aiming down sight. Whenever you're aiming down sight, if you move left or right, you're basically going to be quicker. And it just comes in handy, especially in like one-on-one gunfights, because that enemy isn't going to expect you to move so quickly whilst you're aiming down sight and shooting, but you're going to be able to move pretty quick, so stick it on. Next up is the 40 fast mag, and then you want to use the Ember sighting point, which is going to increase the hip fire accuracy and the damage range. Now this is a little bit of an underrated kind of class setup. It's a bit different to other people's. A lot of people will probably use like the stock instead of the Ember sighting point. But I've been switching it up lately, and I've been using the Ember sighting point, and it makes that hip fire really nice. So you can quickly hip fire at the beginning of a gunfight, and then start to ADS like halfway through, and it just lets you hit those initial shots before the enemy does. Then the Serpent Wrap for the increased ADS time, and that right there is the loadout that I've been using. Or like I said, you could swap the laser with the skeletal stock instead for more ADS like speed and, you know, mobility, etc. But yeah, let's go on to the next class. The final two weapons are both going to be snipers. I obviously had to include a sniper in this video. I always try and include one sniper in these like top class setup videos, but I can't decide if I prefer the Swiss or the car. I cannot decide. Let me know in the comments what you prefer, but I literally cannot decide, so I had to include them both. Swiss, you want to use the sound moderator for the ADS speed, bullet velocity, etc. Then for the barrel, you want to use the combat recon barrel for the bullet velocity, 5mm laser for the ADS time, 7-round magazine, and then the Serpent Wrap. This is a really quick ADS class, and it's probably one of the best snipers in the game right now, but I can't decide if I prefer this or the car? Let's get into the car class. Alright, so the car 98K, it's beautiful, it's an OG. Let's see about the class. So this right here is the loadout. You all probably know it, so I'm just going to chuck it on the screen straight away and not really talk through it as much. But we have the monolithic suppressor, 27-inch barrel, tac laser, sniper scope, and then a sport cone stock for the increased ADS time. I don't know what I prefer. I don't know what I prefer. I'm probably going to go a little bit more towards the car 98K, but that's just me. Let me know what you guys think. That is the end of the video. Thanks for sticking around. If you got to the end of the video, comment down chicken nuggets below, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.